when I think about the situation, I think about that 8-year-old kid or that 12-year-old kid that has my jersey on, who I'm no longer a part of the Broncos organization. So for those fans out there that enjoy watching me play and always brought energy and always sent me positive messages and rooted for me no matter what, the ups and downs, I really appreciate you guys, and I'm forever grateful and thankful.
All right, there's Emmanuel Sanders on his way out of town talking to our very own Denver 7 insider Troy Rank. Mark, the idea when we were watching the Broncos in training camp was, wow, I mean, Emmanuel Sanders, even coming off the double surgeries, he's still their most explosive player. He's still their most dynamic guy. He's still the most important player on this offense for Joe Flacco. And for an offense that all it's done is gone out and struggle, and now you're taking Emmanuel out of that equation, what does it mean for this offense moving forward?
Well, it means you're going to get young players playing that position, playing that Z position that have yet to produce. So, I mean, I suppose that Deshaun Hamilton goes over there. You get Winfrey in the slot.
Sounds like Tim Patrick might be coming back.
Sure. I mean, there's a plethora of
Hey, I'm okay with the move. I'm totally okay with the move. I've been advocating that this team is facing a rebuild. What do rebuilding teams do? You move veteran players out, you get their salaries off the books, you hopefully get something in return, which they did, and you pave the way for young players to go out and play. And now it's up to them to prove they can play. I mean, they're either going to figure it out or they're not. But that's where we're at now. Here we go, kids. Here we go, guys.
how long do they get to prove themselves?
They got the whole year. They got plenty of time. They got a whole year left.
Some guys get 3-4 years, 5, 6 maybe.
We do not speak his name.
Next on the Morning Brew.
Oh, no, nothing's changed. I mean, obviously, nobody's came to me about anything, so I'm just playing football every week, taking it one week at a time. Of course, there's rumors or everything going out there, but we got to be focused on the Colts, and the season's not lost yet, so I'm not I'm not throwing the season in the dump yet. It's not lost yet.
Do you think Chris Harris really expects that he'll be here 1 week from today? 1 week from now, we will be reacting to the passing of the trade deadline. Okay, simple predictions. Chris Harris Jr., a Bronco, a week from now, 6:33.
Here's the thing that's befuddling to me.
Uh-oh, a befuddled stink.
Yeah. He probably shouldn't be. You probably should try to get some value.
There's no way he should be here a week from now.
Right. But I just don't know that they've I just don't know what they're doing.
You think they've given up on the season yet? I still, or do you think that there's still a stubborn clinging to the idea of, well, if we beat the Colts on Sunday, 3-5.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Chargers are in the dumps. Raiders are the Raiders. Mahomes is out for a few weeks. Hey. I think they're still clinging to the idea. I think they're going to wait and see what happens to the Colts with the Colts game. If they lose it, I think they trade Harris.
Here's the problem with that. I read this in some publication yesterday, one of these sports blog sites, that they said their plan was to play
bloggers.
Yeah. The plan was to play Emmanuel Sanders this week and then trade him. And I thought to myself, you can't be that dumb, can you? Like, if you want to move him and you're hell-bent for election to move him and get rid of the salary, you're going to play him and risk injury? You can play Chris Harris Jr. and risk injury to where he has no more trade value, so he's got to go on IR. Like, you would do that? You'd roll those dice, Mike? If your plan is to, maybe your plan is not to move him. Maybe you're right. You're clinging to the hope that, hey, we're not very good, but neither is anybody else. And if we catch a little lightning in a bottle and get some confidence,
right? I don't think they're ready to throw the baby out with the bathwater just yet. Next on the Morning Brew.
So now when you come off of 54 wins, division championship, first time winning a playoff series since 2009, well, how do you keep these guys motivated and not relaxing and coming up for air? And that's going to be our greatest challenge this year. It's not the Lakers, the Clippers, the Warriors, the Jazz, the Rockets. It's us fighting ourselves, fighting human nature, and not thinking that we've arrived because we haven't done a damn thing yet.
Aha, there is Michael Malone.
He's the best.
Channeling his inner Nick Saban saying, don't eat.
I'm not going to, so quit asking.
Don't eat the cheese. Wasn't it Saban who was saying, don't eat the cheese? Don't fall for the cheese. Don't take the bait.
Yeah, any of those.
Don't.
Metaphors.
Don't let up.
Are they
You're not
metaphors?
going to fall for the banana in the tailpipe?
Yeah, they're metaphors.
Analogies? Yeah.
So is this...
You know what takes the cheese is the rat.
Right.
Don't be the rat.
So what are your expectations for the Nuggets this season as they kick off their season tonight in Portland? By the way, a game you will be able to watch as it is on ESPN.
Really?
Yeah.
First game of the year?
Yep.
On ESPN?
Yep.
What does that tell you about the Nuggets?
ESPN needed a West Coast window to fill?
Yeah, and they fill it with the Nuggets.
Yeah.
Plenty of West Coast. There are plenty of West Coast teams out there.
Yeah, they could have put Sacramento and Phoenix on.
Sure. Everybody loves them.
Yep.
That's good.
All right, what do you got?
I think they win. I think they win their division. What? 50, 55. 55 wins? What they win last year? 54? One better?
Yeah, I think they're definitely in the mid-50s. I think this is going to be I think this is a team that's very similar to the Avalanche. I think that they're only going to be emboldened, encouraged, confident by the success that they had, but yet also a sense that, man, we should have gone a little further. So I think this is going to be a very motivated, very hungry team, and I think they're going to pick off a lot of regular season wins because of that hunger, because of playing here in Denver, where a lot of teams will come in just not wanting to put in that kind of effort to try to win here. And in a league in which so many teams are consumed with resting their key players and load management, the Nuggets have the kind of depth where I just think they're going to roll to a lot of regular season wins. And I could easily see them mid-50, upper 50s. The question will be, come playoff time, do they have the kind of squad that's built to go deep in the playoffs?
Well,
and that'll be the question. But I have very little worries about them during the regular season.
That's one thing I love about Michael Malone, though. Like, he's no nonsense. He holds guys accountable. I love that about him. We ain't accomplished squat yet.
By the way, Bobby Marks, former college football player, former front office with the Brooklyn Nets. He did his award predictions for the season. A bunch of ESPN guys did predictions. His MVP prediction, Nikola Jokic. His NBA champion prediction, the Denver Nuggets. Bobby Marks.
That's one that if it doesn't pan out, there's no harm, no foul. But if it pans out, you look like a genius.
Very quickly, next on the Morning Brew.
Swung on, hit in the inner left field. Brantley going back against the Crawford boxes, off the wall, bounces by him, back toward the infield. Robles has scored. Rounding third is Rendon. He comes in to score on a booming double off the left field wall by Juan Soto.
Nationals radio, no rust, no problem for the Nats, who get a strong performance from your boy Max Scherzer, and they stun the Stros in Game 1. I think the Astros are one of the heaviest World Series favorites in recent memory, and yet the Nats just grabbed Game 1.
And by the
we got
way,
ourselves a series.
And Scherzer did not pitch well and just fought.
Oh, he competes.
Oh my gosh!
Goodness,
I mean, he didn't have his good stuff, and he just is. And obviously, the Astros are great, but I'm telling you what, you talk about a guy just grinding out.
I texted you after the 5th inning. I go, that guy you could feel the intensity radiating off him.
He's awesome.
That and I just love the two different colored eyes. I'm just mesmerized by that.
Right.
All right, that'll do it for the Morning Brew. Bring that to you each and every morning at 6:30.